Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, June 26th, I think. I always do that. I don't know why I don't look at what the date is when I pick up my camera. Sorry, but it is what it is. So I'm sitting in the greenhouse. As you can see, everything is looking lush. The peppers. Okay, let me tell you what I think I've learned. Peppers love heat, but they don't particularly need that much sun. Because we put the shade cloth up. It's been about a week and a half, I guess. Ben put the shade cloth on a Monday when I was at work, and that was almost 2 weeks ago. But ever since he put the shade cloth on, these peppers here have taken, they've doubled in size. They've gotten so much happier. And it was hot, really, really hot this week. And as you can see, my basil's in here. They keep trying to go to seed. Oh gosh, I love basil. It's intoxicating. Yeah, so what I did this morning is I invested in some more shade cloth for my pepper beds out in my garden here, the top beds. I invested in, I think it was 6 foot by 100 foot, and it's cuttable. So that bed's, I think, 33 feet, so it's about 4 feet wide and 33 feet long. So I should be able to cut a piece and just kind of drape it over. I have like PVC pipe that I used to have plastic, but sometimes I put plastic on to, I clip plastic to the PVC pipe to kind of make like a greenhouse or to protect plants over the winter. But I figured I could do the same with shade cloth on those beds. I think it's 40 or 50%. Yeah, so I'm going to cover those peppers, and at some point I'll probably do the same over at Pepperville. But I have noticed there's one bed here that it really needs some shade cloth. It gets dried out quicker. I think it gets sun all day long, where the other two beds are kind of sheltered by the chicken coop a little bit when the sun comes up. So like morning sun, it's kind of protected a bit. But so that's what I've kind of noticed. Like, the peppers like the heat, but they just don't need that much hot sun when like there's no clouds in the sky all day long. So we're gonna give that a go. But what I'm doing out here right now is I'm refilling. Well, first of all, I really need to get this mess cleaned up. I need to get it organized. It's not too messy. Everything's kind of together a bit. But like I have containers, like this empty container here I wanted to use for, one for perlite, one for vermiculite, or I might mix them, I don't know. But I'm filling my lettuce containers again. And I also have a few new ones. I want to do cilantro in the basement. So I grow these in the basement because the basement stays between 50 and 65 degrees. But in the winter, when I was using them at the very end of winter, because we have a wood pellet stove down there to heat our house. They went to seed a bit. So I dumped them out, and I'm going to restart lettuces, cilantro, because it'll do well down there. It's too hot to grow it outside right now. And then I also want to do beets. I want to see if I can try to grow beets indoors. So that's the plan. Just going to fill these with some, I think I'm going to use Pro Mix, and I'm going to put it in that tub. And then I'm also going to mix in 1 bag of Fox Farm and just kind of have both of those together and do lettuce, beets, and cilantro in the basement now, because I've been procrastinating. We haven't had lettuce in like 4 weeks, and I'm just like, I need to start lettuce. Today's the day we're starting lettuce. I also have a few Bee Times Macbeths. Oh my goodness, they're flowering and fruiting in these solo cups. So I'm thinking I was going to up pot them. But like now I'm not, yeah, because I gotta tell you, this variety gets disease pretty quickly. I've noticed that. I don't know whether it's just me or what, but yeah, I think I need to up pot these. Because they're going to town. I think I need to up pot these because they're going to town flowering, and I think they do better, much better in a bigger pot. But I mean, but even in this cup, it's like, I'll go ahead with my bad self. Just get going with the fruit. And then these are some snapdragons that I propagated. I just snipped off a chunk. As you can see, it's just a stick, and shoved them in the dirt, and they're thriving. So I could replant those too now. I don't know if you can see, but I was just trying to come from the greenhouse and walk this way up to the deck. But do you see? Can you see? Those are all bees. I mean, there's tons of them. What in the heck is going on down there? Okay, they're coming up at me. Okay, I'm going in. What in the world? There's like hundreds. Okay. So out in the front, it seems like it's safe here. I'm gonna see if I can walk to the back, because I've got stuff in the greenhouse I'm trying to do. Oh, I'm so scared. Yeah, not doing it. Not doing it. So I employed Ben to go out to catch me a couple to find out what they are. So he covered himself from head to toe just in case they were bumblebees, which is what I thought they were. And he got our 2 pool net things, went out and caught a few, and they are in fact June bugs. I still don't know why they swarmed like they did that day, but they stuck around for the next few days, dwindling in numbers, and now I don't see any of them. They're not harmful. I was walking through the yard, and sometimes they would fly into you, but they don't sting or anything like that. So I was fine with just coexisting for a few days with them. All right, guys, I am apologetic. Those June bugs like threw me off. That's what they are. They're June bugs. Ben caught a couple, and we looked it up. Not great to have them around, but I don't know what exactly to do about. So let me just show you what I got going on here. I did spinach in one, and then I did cilantro. I did these 3 in the back are lettuces. I did radishes in one, and then I also did beets. And then I've got some snacking peppers that I'm trying to grow indoors right there. And then I have some assorted cat type grasses. I got a baggie off Amazon, and I'm growing some more because, as you can see, my cat pulverized that one. All right, I am now out here filling up a 10-20 tray for some second round of squash. I still have some bald spots, so we're going to start some more squashes. I just got an M.I. Gardner haul in, so I wanted to fill the bald spots and start some more squashing things. All right, so I am going to take the tray inside to put the seeds into the cells, but then I'm going to bring them out here into the greenhouse where I can, where it's brighter. I'm not going to start the seeds inside underneath my grow lights. I'm going to start them in here. It's nice and hot, They'll germinate quickly as long as I keep the bottom of the tray like with water in it. Okay. So it's really just a bunch of different kinds of zucchinis and summer squash that I'm doing. I just have leftover seeds, like there's a few seeds in here. A lot of these are older packets, so I want to use them up because I did order new stuff from My Gardener, and I'm probably going to order more this winter of different things. But that's basically what's going into these trays. I just want more zucchini. All right, so it's a little later in the day. I think it's a little after 4:30, something like that, and I felt kind of unmotivated at my house, so I decided to come over to Materville and just do a kind of a walk around and tying up. And I think it needs watered again. The rain that we got last night was not hardly anything at all, so I think I'm going to come back tomorrow and water it really well again, because there are some plants that just look like they could use it. So Ben dropped me off, so I don't know really how long I'm here for, because his new hobby is mountain biking. So he went to go bike on a mountain somewhere, and he'll be back. And I mean, I could spend a couple hours here easy. So whenever he comes back to get me. But here are the plants that Lauren gave me. They are shaded for most of the day. I didn't realize that this tree here shades this corner. So things are not growing as quickly, clearly as quickly as this. We brought over that fence there, and what I had thought I was going to do, so this little swath, like it's like a hedge at this point. This was the same last year. This little, I don't know, there must be something like in this area of ground that the plants just absolutely love. Because I remember last year, this little swath did a heck of a lot better than this swath. So as you can see, they're not as thick and lush as this area here. And what I had thought I would do, because they're so tall already, they're at least 6-7 feet. They're well over my height, so there's where I am at, and there's where they are at. And I was going to add fencing to the T-posts, like overlap it, and just have the fencing go up like another 3 feet, and bring like a step stool and keep tying them up, and just to see how tall they will get. But at this point, I waited too long to do that, because I can't overlap the fencing enough without smashing my plants. So I told Ben I'll just wait until the season is over, and then we'll add the fencing, so it'll be done. So I think I'm just going to leave that roll of fencing here. Yeah, it's too late to do that now, but good morning, everyone. It's only like 9 o'clock and it is already hot. It's gonna be another hot one. I do not love this really hot weather that we've been getting. It's too early for these temperatures, but it is now Saturday. I think it's the last day of June. No, tomorrow is. It's the 29th. Yeah, today's the 29th of June. And I don't know where this is going to go into a vlog. I just keep picking up the camera randomly and don't really have forethought as to the start and finish of a vlog. But I did want to show you what I'm doing here. So I think I showed you in a vlog a while back that my butterfly bushes, they get insane, right? So I have them around my pool here, and so I've trimmed this one and I've trimmed this one, and I just keep trimming them. This is the 4th time I've cut them back, but as you can see, they're up above the pool, which hinders. This is when we roll up the solar cover, it's hindering the solar color, like they're getting wrapped up in it. So I need to trim it back again. I've already done 2, filled a bucket, but I'm just cutting them down to be more of a bush. Sadly, that does get rid of all the blooms, but I'm leaving, so that, I trimmed that back so much. I'm gonna leave that one alone, except for I'm gonna trim any of the branches that are over the side of the pool that might, once the blooms end up turn into seed, it falls into the pool, which is gross. So I'm just gonna make sure that the side of it is trimmed back there. But I'm leaving like this one here and that one for the bees and the pollinators and the hummingbirds. Hummingbirds love the butterfly bushes, so do butterflies. But there's a couple of different kinds here. There's 3 of them, but I'm not going to trim those back. I'm going to leave this corner and this corner, but I'm just like, I keep trimming it back and it just keeps coming back. They're resilient bushes. So that's what I've been doing this morning. And weeding. So I've been doing my weekly walk around, just picking up weeds, trying to strangle out all the weeds. I still got to do the front yard. Hey, babe. Oh my gosh, you're drenched in sweat. Pretty. Whoa.
If you stand there eating a hot
Look
dog.
at that sky.
And then rather than me, if you use a better plate, just throw it away and then use another.
Oh, that's... Okay, so I've decided to try to clean up the greenhouse a little bit now, and I'm working on my bearded irises. So I've got purple and yellow bearded irises. So what I'm doing, they got attacked by, you can feel some of these are squishy and they're just not going to be any good anymore. Like this is all squishy. There was a worm, I believe it's like specific to irises. You see they got eaten up. But any of the good ones, what I'm doing is I'm just chopping off most of the greenery, getting rid of any of the dead leaves around it, just trying to clean them up as best I can. Get as much dirt off of them as I can, and then I'm going to store them. I might pot them up depending on how many I end up with, but that's what I'm working on, just cutting off getting rid of all the yucky ones, and I just need to get this mess cleaned up in here.